Have you ever wondered if drinking milk is really the best way to get calcium after 60? You've been told for decades, maybe by your doctor, your parents, or even TV ads, that milk equals strong bones. But new research suggests that certain foods may be even more powerful than milk when it comes to protecting your bones, heart, and independence as you age. That's why in this video, we're uncovering 3 calcium-rich foods that are scientifically proven to be better than milk for your bones and overall health. These foods are easier to digest, more bioavailable, and come packed with additional nutrients your body needs after 60. Before we begin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Golden Aging Health, and hit the bell icon so you'll never miss out on helpful tips to stay strong, safe, and independent as you age. Now we'll reveal a powerful food that not only strengthens bones, but may help prevent age-related muscle loss.
Calcium-rich food number 1, tofu. Let me introduce you to David, a 72-year-old retired firefighter from California. A few years ago, David had a minor fall that fractured his wrists. The doctors said his bone density was lower than it should be for his age, even though he drank milk almost daily. That moment pushed him to research better ways to strengthen his bones. One surprising food kept popping up: tofu. David had never really eaten tofu before. It always seemed like health food for someone else. But after talking with his doctor and reading a Harvard Health article, he learned that tofu can be a calcium powerhouse, especially when fortified. He made the switch. Instead of relying on milk, David began eating half a cup of firm tofu, around 250 to 300 milligrams of calcium, a few times per week. He tossed it into veggie stir-fries, baked it into casseroles, and even blended soft tofu into smoothies. Not only did his digestion improve, but after 18 months, his follow-up bone scan showed a 7% improvement in bone density, a small but meaningful gain for his age. So what makes tofu such a game-changer for seniors over 60? First, calcium-fortified tofu contains up to 861 milligrams of calcium per half cup, depending on the brand and how it's made, far more than a glass of milk. But even unfortified tofu still contains natural calcium from the soybeans themselves. According to the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, soy foods like tofu don't just support calcium intake, they also contain isoflavones, which may help preserve bone mineral density in postmenopausal women and aging men. And unlike milk, tofu is low in saturated fat, has 0 cholesterol, and is much easier on aging digestive systems, especially for seniors who are lactose intolerant, which affects nearly 68% of the global population. NIH 2020. Even better, tofu provides plant-based protein that supports muscle maintenance, a critical part of preventing falls and fractures after 60. Try adding cubed tofu to your vegetable soup, slicing it into sandwiches instead of cheese, or pan-frying it with turmeric and olive oil for a bone-strengthening breakfast. Even soft tofu blends smoothly into oatmeal, smoothies, or mashed sweet potatoes for an extra calcium boost without changing the flavor. Ever tried tofu or used it in your meals? If so, how do you like to prepare it? Share your favorite recipe or tip in the comments. We love hearing from you. In the next section, we'll reveal a crunchy little snack that's more powerful than most dairy products, and it might already be in your pantry.
Calcium-rich food number 2, canned sardines with bones. If you're over 60 and trying to improve your bone health, It might surprise you to learn that one of the most powerful calcium sources isn't dairy. It's canned sardines. Yes, sardines. Specifically, the kind packed in water or olive oil, with the bones still inside. A 3-ounce serving of sardines with edible bones provides over 320 milligrams of calcium, according to the National Institute on Aging. That's more than a full cup of milk, and it comes with bonus nutrients your bones desperately need, like vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acids. Vitamin D helps your body absorb and use calcium more effectively, and omega-3s reduce bone-damaging inflammation. That trio, calcium, D, and omega-3s, forms a powerful shield against age-related bone loss, helping reduce fracture risk and support joint mobility.
Unlike some dairy products, sardines are also low in sugar, naturally lactose-free, and rich in a bioavailable calcium, meaning your body can absorb it better. The edible bones are soft, safe, and surprisingly nutritious. A study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that older adults who consumed more vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acids had significantly better mobility and lower rates of hip and spine fractures.
Now, if the idea of eating sardines turns you off, you're not alone. But here's a simple trick. Start by pairing them with other familiar flavors. You can mash them with avocado, spread them on whole grain toast, or toss them into warm pasta with olive oil, garlic, and parsley. The flavor blends surprisingly well, and the health payoff is incredible. Finally, we'll explore a plant-based source of calcium that not only strengthens bones, but also helps calm inflammation naturally. Stay with us.
Calcium-rich food number 3, cooked collard greens. You might not expect a leafy green to compete with milk in the calcium department, but collard greens, when properly cooked, are a secret weapon for bone strength, especially for seniors over 60. Just 1 cup of cooked collard greens delivers approximately 260 milligrams of calcium, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. That's more calcium than a glass of skim milk, without the added saturated fat or digestive issues that dairy can cause in older adults. But here's where collard greens truly shine. They also contain vitamin K, which plays a vital role in directing calcium to the bones instead of the arteries. According to Harvard Health, vitamin K helps activate proteins that prevent calcium buildup in blood vessels and enhances bone mineralization, essential for avoiding fractures as we age. Plus, collard greens are rich in magnesium and antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which not only support bones, but may also protect vision, another key concern for older adults. The catch? Collard greens must be cooked to reduce oxalates, natural compounds that can interfere with calcium absorption. Boiling or steaming them for 5 to 10 minutes helps unlock their full nutritional power while making them easier to digest. Meet Diane, a 66-year-old grandmother living just outside Savannah, Georgia. After retiring from her job as a school librarian, she finally had time to focus on her health. But one concern kept nagging at her. She was severely lactose intolerant. For years, Diane avoided milk, cheese, and most dairy products. While that spared her the discomfort of bloating and stomach pain, it also left her with a big question. Am I getting enough calcium to keep my bones strong? At her next checkup, her doctor confirmed what she feared. Her bone mineral density scan showed early signs of osteopenia, the precursor to osteoporosis. Nothing to panic about yet, her doctor kindly said, but it's time to be proactive. Worried but determined, Diane turned to her daughter Kelsey, a registered dietitian living in Atlanta. "Mom, you've got to start eating collard greens. They're not just Southern soul food anymore, they're bone food." Diane laughed. "Collards? I thought those were just for New Year's Day with black-eyed peas and cornbread." But Kelsey explained the science. Cooked collard greens are among the highest calcium-rich vegetables available. Not only that, but they come with vitamin K, magnesium, and a host of antioxidants that strengthen bones, support arteries, and even protect your vision. So, Diane gave it a try. She started simple, just sautéing collard greens in olive oil with a bit of garlic and lemon juice. The flavor was bold and earthy, but comforting. Soon she was experimenting, chopping them into soups, mixing them into quinoa bowls, even blending them into green smoothies with pineapple and ginger. And then, something remarkable happened. After just 6 weeks of including cooked collard greens in her meals 3 to 4 times a week, Diane noticed her energy levels improving. Her nails grew stronger, her sleep felt deeper, and the aching in her knees after long walks began to subside. When she returned for her next bone scan nearly a year later, the doctor smiled. "Your bone density is stabilized. That's a very good sign." Diane beamed. No dairy, no expensive supplements, just a humble green from her southern roots, doing what milk couldn't. She now shares her story with friends at her church group, especially those also struggling with lactose intolerance or osteoporosis. "Collards are my new best friend, and no pills required." Inspired by Diane's journey, here are some easy, delicious ways to start adding collard greens to your routine. As a side dish with olive oil and garlic, mixed into soups and stews, sautéed and added to a grain bowl or scrambled eggs. Do you have another favorite leafy green for bone health? Share your go-to recipes or ideas in the comments. We'd love to learn from each other. Let's take a moment to recap the 3 science-backed calcium-rich foods that truly outshine milk, especially for seniors over 60. Tofu, canned sardines with bones, and cooked collard greens. Struggling with weak bones, muscle cramps, or lingering fatigue, especially after 60, can feel discouraging, especially when the common advice is simply to drink more milk. But now you've discovered that there are safer, smarter, and more effective options to support your bones, backed by science and tailored to senior needs. Each of these foods brings unique benefits, from anti-inflammatory properties to better absorption and easier digestion. And best of all, they fit effortlessly into your daily meals. Small changes in your nutrition can lead to powerful improvements in bone density, strength, and long-term independence. Remember, it's never too late to rebuild. Your bones are alive and respond to what you feed them. If this video helped you rethink your calcium choices after 60, please like, share, and subscribe to Golden Aging Health for more science-backed strategies to stay strong, independent, and well-informed as you age. Thank you for watching, and here's to stronger bones, better meals, and healthier years ahead.